everybody. Welcome to Super Dope Plus Ultra. I am Kelly, and I am here in person.
It's
with
wild.
Kyle.
Hello.
Wildin'
with Kyle in person.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we have been jamming. We've been having so much fun already, having technical difficulties here.
Yeah, because your cursed ass came over the house, so
Yes.
every technological thing that I had to get done today has been a fucking uphill battle, but
Yep.
We're here.
Everything I touched just has been breaking.
you didn't even touch it. You're just in the general
Just
vicinity.
looked at it.
Yeah.
Just been
not
talking
cool.
to it.
But what is cool, in person today,
In person, I
So-
feel like the vibe is super fun. Yeah.
it's way better than just looking at you through a Zoom.
I mean, it is. I do agree. I mean, we're not really looking at each other, to be fair. So,
True, but like we got to do the rewatch together, look at notes together today. Like usually it's like, all right, I'll send you the Zoom at fucking 8 or whatever.
yes, I got a little tour of the farm.
Yeah, Farmer Kyle in full effect.
Nice. There's a lot of vegetables.
Lots of vegetables. The goats and the sheeps were hidden. You didn't really get to see them. They were doing their thing in private.
Maybe next time.
But they're there.
I like goats and I like sheeps.
Yeah, we got lots of them. These are kind of mean ones, though. So
That's okay.
be forewarned. They will attack you.
I think that sounds fun, actually.
Yeah, until it actually happens. Then you're like, ah, fuck.
Yeah. But
This
then
is
I
the
would be
worst.
like, remember that time I went to your house and got attacked by goats? That would just be like a forever memory.
I mean, if that's the kind of forever memories we're trying to make.
It is.
All right, word.
All right.
We'll have you meet the sheeps next week.
Nice.
Cool.
Check. Okay, you guys, let's talk about this episode because, I liked it. It was pretty good. We started out back at our Christmas episode. I was so confused. I thought I clicked on the wrong one.
Dude, you're all out of sorts this week.
Am I out of sorts? That's
episode,
not my fault.
Episode 104. Long time no see, Selkie.
But I'm like clicking it, then I'm seeing Christmas costumes, and I'm like, Merry Christmas, what's happening? So,
But in my brain, I said to myself, oh, this is a clever reusage of some footage to be able to set up what this episode's going to be about.
okay, well, I had just high hopes that they would stop doing that. So that's on me.
Do you know how the anime economy works?
No,
God damn, Kelly, why don't you learn?
I don't want to. It sounds terrible.
Well, you're not allowed to complain about things that you refuse to learn about.
Wow, that really narrows down what I can complain about.
Well, I mean, you can complain about some other shit, I guess, but not anime.
All right. I won't complain. I did like the episode, to be honest. So we see, like, we just got a little recap of Christmas. And he's like, hey, guys, since you have no heroes to be with, come join me with the number one hero so I don't have to hang out with my dad all by myself.
Kelly's Bakugo, Todoroki voice. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to my dad's.
It's me, Shoto. Come hang out with my dad because he's annoying.
Shoto's a good friend. Don't make fun of him.
No, he was cool. It was very nice of him to offer, for sure.
For real, he saw his two friends, his two probably best friends.
Yes, that's
He's like,
true.
they're having a tough time finding a place to go do their work study or whatever. I'm going to invite them to come hang out with my dad.
That's
the
what
number one
friends
hero, but also they're my friends, so...
In all seriousness, he does probably consider the two of them his best friends. In that episode with the interviews, he says, like, yeah, Bakugo's my friend. We go to school together.
Bakugo's like, the
You
fuck we
poor
don't.
thing. That's not that's not the requirement for friends.
I think Todoroki just thinks that people are his friends if he spends like a predetermined amount of time around them.
Yes. Like, oh, they can't, like, walk away because we're in a classroom together. That means we're friends.
I spend Monday through Friday with these people between the hours of like, I don't know, 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. We must be the best friends.
Friend status.
Friends
Achieved.
till the ends.
Nice.
But we're not going to see the boys this week, so
No, it was just a, I don't know. It was just like...
a little setup, a little precursor. After that reuse of animation, they give us the different shots of all of their respective students going off to their respective agencies.
That was cool to see again.
Kirishima and Tetsu, they're going to work
Dream
with
team!
Fat Gum.
Oh my god, I love that.
Aoyama is going to work with some night wizard looking old man with a big old beard.
I feel like they'd get along.
Yeah, the aesthetic definitely gets along, but something tells me that dude with the big white beard is going to be like, Aoyama, cut this French shit out.
Yep. Did you see that all of the like Beastie Boys were together. Did you see that? It was like all of the
all right. So the kid from 1B
animalistic ones.
and what? Koji Koda?
Ojiro. No, it was like Ojiro because he got fur. It was like literally any tanned, furred looking hero. They
Sounds
were all
racist.
in a group together. It was a little weird. I was like, okay.
Sounds very racist.
I liked that Jiro was with Gang Orca. They've got a similar vibe.
Similar vibe in that they don't give a fuck.
Kind of just like that, like dark rock and roll kind of vibe.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's got that stuff because of the punk rock music, and Gang
Yeah.
Orca's got that shit because he's a fucking whale.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what they said too.
So some of the cool matchups, and that again was just a reuse of some of the shots from last week that we stopped and we were like, well, those look really nice, but we didn't really talk about them any further than that.
Yeah. I mean, they just give us the little glimpse. So
now that we are past the 2 reused parts
yes.
of the beginning of this episode, before the most ridiculous, terrible opening theme song of My Hero Academia history starts.
Yeah, this was the second time I've ever listened to it because Kyle refuses to skip. So when we rewatched, I had to suffer through it.
Yo, you don't skip opening and ending songs. It's just not how you're supposed to watch anime. I don't care that you watch it that way at home, Kelly. When you're at my home, we watch it the way that it's meant to be watched.
I mean, I just think this is gatekeeping, and I feel like you should be more accepting of my watching style.
Maybe you should be more accepting of the extra 90 seconds I'm asking you to commit to this fucking shitty song.
I listened to it. I sat there and I listened to it.
Yeah, she
It's
didn't
all
complain
right.
as much as I'm complaining right now about her complaining.
Yeah, all
Whoa,
right.
whoa, it's alright. Everything'll be alright.
No, it won't.
Members of our Discord will know that the other day I was so worked up about this exact topic after we did a rewatch of a Dragon Ball movie or something
Yeah.
that I sent them the song My Hero from the band Man with a Mission or Man on a Mission.
Let's not get caught up.
One
in
of the
that.
two. Anyway, it's a song called My Hero.
It's too obvious.
And it's a fucking kick-ass song.
too
And this show's
obvious.
called My Hero Academia. And I'm just, it's a missed opportunity. If you want to hear my random musings about stupid inconsequential shit like that on a Saturday night at 11 p.m., it's probably more like 1:30 in the morning. Go join the Discord server. Links are in the show notes.
Nice.
Anyway. Ryukyu. That's whose
Ryukyu.
agency we're going to be focusing on this week.
Yes, and Uraraka is there, but we also have Asui
Froppy and Nejire.
and Nejire. But I just meant like from our class. She is a new addition to this agency.
Interesting that Nejire's like the only upperclassman that we see within those assignments, right?
Yeah, I don't think that we see any others, but we don't really see any of the other classmen except for in those brief flash throughs. So maybe there's at other agencies. I don't know.
There's a lot of agencies out there.
A lot of agencies out there because we get to work with 2 of them in this episode. So yes, Uraraka and Asui are at this agency and we see they're all having like a little welcoming party. It seems like a nice vibe. I'm not going to lie. There was cake.
You did point it out to me while I was watching the episode with you.
I thought you said it was sexist of me to even bring it up.
No, it's sexist that you even noticed it.
Well, the whole agency seems to be of the female variety.
And Kelly was offended that there was no dudes around.
I'm just saying, like, some diversity would be nice.
Nope.
You know what I would really love to see? And maybe this is just because I like to see this kind of stuff. But I wish there were more, like non-binary characters or, like, gender fluid characters. Or, like, I mean, I just feel like it seems very... whatever. So yeah, it's like an all-female agency. They're having cake. I mean, and champagne. What were those champagne flutes? They were full of various
Some
liquids.
boss bitch shit.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that was. And they're all celebrating their first day, and they're commenting on Uraraka's new costume. She has a new costume. Did you like it, Kyle?
Honestly, I looked at it and I was like, the fuck's different? You got like a slightly different helmet. You got a couple of new pieces on your bracelet, which a little bit of foreshadowing turns out. Stupid me. Didn't see that coming.
I actually don't really like the new helmet design because I feel like it's less protective. There's no face shield.
Unless it's an invisible face shield.
And there's nothing behind like the back of her head.
It's just 2 pink pieces floating on either side of her face, and I'm
just,
not
like,
sure what they're
cups
supposed to
her
do.
jaw. It's like face framing.
Yeah.
I feel like helmet's not even the right. It's like a headpiece now.
It like protects her jaw.
Yeah.
but just like the bottom part of her jaw.
Yeah.
Like the side of her head. And fuck the rest of her head.
Yeah.
The sides
sorry.
are protected.
So, in all seriousness, if they didn't mention that her costume was new, I probably would have been like, does she look a little different? I wouldn't have picked up that it was different.
I'm with you.
Yeah. You know what I did notice, though, is that Froppy's hat thing is different than it used to be. It looks more like a boating hat and less like a pair of goggles. Like, it's got this thing in the front now that looks visor-y.
Like she's a sailor.
Like she's a sailor.
Like she's hanging out with Sirius.
Like Popeye the Sailor Man. Nice. Yeah, so there we are. We're watching, their little party. There's some news. There's some bad news playing in the background about wildfires that have been going on for a week after a explosion from a drug factory. And I mean, I'm kind of like, what is happening? What? A drug factory? But
Trigger.
Trigger, which I think is a stupid drug name. Not that I feel like any drugs have cool names, because drugs are not cool, people.
Yeah, okay? Drugs suck.
Drugs are bad. But I just think that Trigger is an extra dumb drug name. But anyway, this factory burned down and all of the woods are burning down. But the rumor has it that this is just a distraction to destroy evidence and move all of the chemicals from the factory to a different location. So there's some hoodlum stuff going on out in the woods.
I think my biggest problem with the name Trigger is it's basically the same drug that we saw some people in Overhaul's gang use last season, right? Like, what's the harm in just using the same drug or whatever, or giving that drug a new name that links them all together? It's like, it's a different drug, but it's basically the same drug. So
we've seen it Trigger. Before. This kind of thing.
I mean, it makes sense that this drug would become prevalent again, or this drug fucking general equivalent or whatever, generic equivalent. It's not
the name brand.
It's not what the Shie Hasaikai was using last year, but it's basically the same thing.
Yes, this is just the more affordable store brand version.
It's a CVS version.
Yeah, you can get this one at Walmart.
Free.
Yeah.
Except you gotta pay for it, because nothing's free in America.
Nice.
Whoa, whoa, it's alright. Everything will be alright. No, whoa, whoa, it's alright. Pay for your medicine.
Oh, boy. Anyway, so...
anyway.
So, I mean, the episode is called Long Time No See Selkie, so of course we get an appearance of Selkie, and he's on his little rescue boat with his sailormen.
It's not a little rescue boat, it's like a ship.
He's on his little tugboat, going on a little cruise.
It's a ship.
Did you ever watch Gilligan's Island?
Hell yeah, I did.
Hell yeah, I did. I loved that show too.
Me too.
So good. Gilligan's Island. The weather started getting rough.
Just step right up and you hear a tale of a fateful trip. Started from the traffic board aboard this tiny ship.
The weather started getting rough.
Skip the whole thing.
Anyway.
The mate was a mighty sailor man, the skipper brave and sure.
You want to hear something?
6 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour tour. You're right, I did skip all of that. I'm so sorry that I started this. But you know what I read is that in the first season of the show, you know how it says and all the rest, they skipped Ginger? No, they skipped Marianne.
The professor. And Marianne.
Yes. Well, I guess that they were really pissed off about it, so then in the next seasons they include them.
Well, yeah, the professor and Marianne were the sex appeal on the show.
They were.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well, I guess Ginger, the movie star, would be the traditional sex appeal. But Marianne was
what about Gilligan? He was clearly the hottest.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He was the dumb, stupid guy. But Ben fucking Dole, what the fuck's his name? Ben Dover? That's not his name, but you know what I'm saying.
I think he was the hottest one.
Wrong.
You're wrong. And then the second hottest
professor
one?
built fucking coconut fucking radios, man. Tell me that shit's not hot with his shirt all done up the top. Is that why we're getting 1-star reviews? Because we're getting a little gay about the professor on Mary fucking Gilligan's Island?
I feel like he would just mansplain to me the whole time, and I would hate it.
Of course he was. It was an abandoned fucking island in the goddamn 1960s. He would have mansplained everything to your dumb ass.
thanks. The second hottest is actually a pair. It's the billionaire married couple. Hello.
He's trying to be the unicorn.
I mean, I don't think I have the parts for that, but yeah.
Unicorns don't have to be dudes.
Yeah, but don't they say the unicorn because of the extra horn?
No,
Yeah.
they say unicorn because of their ability to be able to fuck both of them and not get emotionally attached. A unicorn is somebody who comes in as a third to like a married situation and is like, yo, I'm not gonna fuck up your chemistry. I'm just gonna come here and fuck you, go home and not talk until you need me to fuck you again.
I thought it was like a horn euphemism.
I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of unicorn sex thing out there that you could like get well, this is getting weird.
This
Real
is getting
fast.
a little weird.
Real fast.
Anyway, the whole point is that Selkie's on like his little boat on the little ocean.
It's not a boat, it's a fucking ship.
Going on like a little ride. And he happens upon this stateless ship with like a big sack behind him. Right? That was weird. I guess it was cargo, but it just reminded me of like Santa's sack.
Keep saying sack.
I know, I like it. Sack.
Right.
Anyway, so he's like, yo guys, like, what's up? You better stop right now. This is your boy Selkie on the radio. And, they're not listening. And so they're trying to dodge the police. They're like, oh shit, it's the police. And so this guy's like, I'm going to do some drugs and then have a smoke screen.
But the drug is Trigger, the drug that we talked kind of about before.
A bit.
So I don't like the whole idea of them taking out these little needle guns and just shoving them into their necks.
Oh, I could never do that.
It's tough to watch.
I could never do that.
And that's me as a 32-year-old dude being like, ooh. I mean, I also just had a friend fucking die from a heroin overdose too, like again recently. So maybe that's kind of what's coming out of me. But like also, if I was a 10-year-old kid, I'd be like, yo, that guy just took some drugs. He got very powerful. Got some bloodshot eyes, granted. But look at the holes in his skin. Shooting out a smoke screen. I want to do that. I'm going to take some drugs.
And jab him right into my jugular.
Right?
It's horrible.
How disgusting. Give me some drugs.
Yeah, no, drugs are not cool, kids.
Yeah, don't do them.
Except the cool ones, but
Those are
I'm
cool.
just kidding.
Those are cool to do.
No, I'm just kidding.
Most drugs aren't cool, but the ones that are cool, you can do those.
Yeah, like the mushroomy ones.
Whoa,
Should I
whoa,
not
whoa,
give
whoa, whoa,
specific?
whoa. We don't give specifics
Yeah.
here. We let people be their own fucking
We're
judge,
gonna
jury,
cut
and
that out.
executioner. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying nature.
Unless it's like, I'll shut up.
Yeah, let's stop.
No more heroin overdose talk today.
Okay, that's fine with me. But anyway, this guy's just like, I'm gonna get jacked up and I have a smoke screen. Do you have, what's that fear of things with holes? Tetraphobia?
No idea.
Well, I feel like a lot of people were triggered because he was creepy with all those holes popping up all over his body.
Yeah. Kind of reminded me of some Majin Buu vibes. Fat Buu, when he has those steam holes and he fucking freaks out and it goes, the steam comes out and shit. But this was like his quirk was to make smoke and make a smoke screen with some chaff.
No, it was chuff, wasn't it? I wrote it down.
CHAFF, chaff.
Oh, you're right. It is chaff. Well, I didn't know what that was. Kyle, did you know what that was?
Hell no. I just assumed it was bad and I didn't want it in my soak screen. Soak screen? Smoke screen. Well, I Googled it and there were a couple of options. The first one is corn husks. So it's not that.
I'm pretty sure it's not
ridiculous
that
that you even brought it up. Not only to me earlier, but now again in front of this with recording equipment going.
Listen, if you Google it, that's the first thing that pops up. So of course I have to mention it so you know that I did my due diligence and I looked. And it can mean corn husks. In this instance, I think it means various trash. Trash. Just
some
bits,
shit.
Debris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff to slow down your ship.
Yes, and to make it so you can't use your radar to find out where these people are going.
That too.
Because they disappear.
Because otherwise, homeboy be like...
Yeah.
Selkie uses his crazy sonar
echolocation. Talking to the dolphins and shit.
I don't like that I can make
it.
I know. That's why I'm making the
Weird.
sounds. I don't like that I can make them sounds. I'm not very comfortable with myself right now.
I really didn't like that we got like the close up of his face when he was doing it. It was like just his mouth. It was very weird. Didn't like it. Anyway, the ship just like pulls a Houdini. Like they're like poof, gone.
They hide in a cave.
Yeah, they're hiding in a cave. It's just a bunch of randos hiding in a cave. But they don't know that, so they're like, yeah, we need some backup. So let's call our girl, the dragon hero, number 10 on the Billboard charts. Ryukyu. Yes. Ryukyu.
That's me saying it without a ridiculous accent.
Ryukyu.
The number 10 hero, the dragoon hero. Also, very integral to the raid on the Shisekai compound.
Very true. Yeah.
Crashes through the roof.
Yeah.
And then Sir dies, and I'm like, no, sir. Muriel's going to be so depressed.
I know, that was sad.
Yeah. My bad. I didn't mean to bring it up. I don't know. I'm fucking sad all the time. Leave me alone.
Yeah, so you just gotta suppress all the sad shit. That's what healthy people do.
Yeah, okay.
They just bury it down deep. So, Ryukyu agency, they get this request, and they're like, awesome, we're gonna go team up with Selkie. We're gonna search the skies and search the seas, and we're gonna have a great day. And they show up, and they do have a great day, because Selkie is like, why do hero work right away when we can hang out on the beach?
Yeah, Selkie's big plan is we brought all these girls here with the Ryukyu agency. I know Froppy's going to come. He's so excited to reunite with Froppy. Gives her some very nice words. I love that.
That was cute, yeah.
And then he's like, listen, hero work, that shit can wait, because I think these bums aren't going to move until the nighttime anyway. So what do you do with a bunch of 15, 16-year-old girls on the water?
You get them into bikinis.
Duh.
Obviously.
We like kind of hit pause for a minute while we were watching this. We're like,
This is problematic.
It's just unnecessary.
It is unnecessary.
We didn't need that.
I mean, I didn't need that. Why? And who? Okay. If I were like, hey, I'm going on a hero trip, but let me like remember to pack my bikini just in case.
Well, here's the thing. You know they didn't bring bikinis, and that Selkie just had a bunch of bikinis already ready for those 15-year-old girls. That's why it's so fucked up in my mind.
I didn't think of that. And
Selkie the SEAL hero is like, I don't give a fuck if I'm a SEAL. It doesn't mean I can't see things with my SEAL eyes.
Ooh, I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but you know what? That's just the way it is.
Things will never be the same.
That's just the way it is.
Ah, yeah.
Some things will never change.
That was good. I liked it.
That was good.
Anyway, they played volleyball. They went swimming with the fishes. They saw a sea turtle. I mean, that sounds
I think
like...
they cooked a sea turtle.
No, they didn't.
Somebody pointed it out in the Discord. They were cooking a turtle.
That was a magical encounter. Okay.
That ended with turtle soup.
I really hope not. And they ended it all off with a nice barbecue.
Of turtles.
No, it was not
and
turtles.
Fish and clams, but also...
various seafoods. Not turtles.
Turtles.
It wasn't turtles. Oh my god. Anyway, I have a story to tell you later about turtles. It's like traumatic.
Did your cat kill some fucking turtles this week?
No, thank goodness.
Word.
I don't know what I'd do. Anyway. Oh yeah, we just get to see like a really quick shot of all of the rando heroes in the cave being like, we're gonna have to wait until nightfall in order to leave with our precious goods, man. We should call the boss.
Bunch of smuggling bitches.
Yeah, exactly. Some smugglers.
But me and you had a very similar observation about one of the smuggling bitches.
Yes, I cannot believe you thought the same thing. I thought it was just me.
Nope.
There's a particular one of these bad guys that I think looks like Spike.
Spike Spiegel.
Yeah, from Cowboy Bebop.
All day, every day.
And I like really thought it, especially later on in the airplane. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting such Cowboy Bebop vibes. So I was so shocked when you said it too. It was like, oh my god, it's not just me.
Gotta steal the drugs, I gotta go and deliver them. I look just like Spike Spiegel. I have a lot of songs on my mind today.
I never skip that intro. I listen to that one every time.
Yeah, that means you fucking watch that shit properly. Good job.
Oh my god.
You skip the real folk blues at the end?
I mean...
If you skip the real folk blues at the end, you gotta leave.
Sometimes. So I don't want to get all down.
Get out, Kelly.
All right. Well,
Episode over.
It was
Podcast
nice.
over.
You know, we made it to the halfway point. I think that's fine.
Yeah, we got through half a season together. Word.
Yeah, it's more than I thought.
Well, me too, honestly, with the fucking way you disrespect anime the way you do, so...
Oh, I thought you were going to say because I'm such a terrible texter. I'm very flaky.
Yeah, that I figured that out about you real easy. It's more about your anime habits.
Okay. Well, whatever. I don't really care how you feel about those. So anyway, we get to have like the little, you know how in the halfway they give us like a little brief bit about everybody. I don't care about Uraraka, but Froppy, she likes Jello.
It's called an eye catch. And yes, I did notice that Froppy liked Jello as well. Is that not the fact that they usually have on there for her? Because they don't really change.
Know. The thing is that I only recently started to care.
About the eye catch?
Sorry. Yeah, about like what they say. Like, I have always just been like, oh my God. I just like skip anything I think is not relevant.
You skip the 6-second eye catch, dude?
Sometimes it's just
How?
one little 10-second. My thing is in 10-second clips and you just click it once. It's perfect. But Froppy likes Jello, and I think that makes her a sociopath because I can't think of a single person who really enjoys Jello.
Except
Froppy.
Bill Cosby.
I mean, I think you're just kind of making my point.
I know. I'm reinforcing your observation.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's out of jail.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Don't eat Jello.
Don't eat Jello.
He might have drugged your Jello.
Froppy, stop eating Jello.
Froppy got them really cakes. Bad. Jello pudding pops.
Nice. Anyway, so after our little impromptu beach episode, we finally get to the real rescuing, and we kind of have our team split up. So we've got like the air and the sea. So on the ship we have Selkie with Uraraka and Sue.
And Sirius.
And Sirius, that's right, like Sirius FM radio. Am I allowed to say that on here?
Sirius as fuck.
Sirius. And then in the sky, we have some air support from Ryukyu herself and also Nejire-chan.
Who basically just has the powers of a Dragon Ball Z character.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before. Her bolt or whatever her quirk was called today officially. That's the thing we forgot to look at.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. I mean,
it doesn't matter. Her bolt charge thing that she uses to propel herself. Surge. That's it. It's basically the same idea of like ki. More or less, comes out of her hands, comes out of the soles of her feet. She can manipulate the energy that we'll see her do later on in this episode. But
yeah,
I see you, Nejire. You just want to fight Goku? He'll fight you. He doesn't give a shit.
Kyle, I have a question for you.
Sure.
So, seeing this group of heroes, one that is in the sky and one that is in the sea, if you had to pick between the two, if you had to have like a flying
sky.
Power. You think so?
100%.
So I had originally felt that way too, but seeing Selkie, I have like my whole life, just like a secret thing about me is that my whole life I've always wanted to be a mermaid. Like I hope that mermaids are real. Like I do think the ocean's crazy and who knows what's in there. Don't be shaking your head at the camera.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Anyway, I think the ocean is awesome. I have like a fear of the ocean, but that's because I don't live in it. I think I would out of those powers, I mean, unless I had to look like a seal, like if I had to look like him, I would not be into it, but I think I'd want to have ocean powers to swim in the ocean.
Yeah, I'm flying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we would be this team then. It would be perfect.
Oh, we'd be a team.
We would be.
One thing I like about Selkie is that he like says all those very nice things to Froppy about like the great progress that she's made since the last work study she was a part of with him. And then like he's got to go underwater and he just straps her on his back and just dives down with her. I'm like, yo, Selkie and Froppy's the fucking team. Way to go, Froppy.
I know, that was cool.
But we've consistently said since we've talked about this show, Froppy comes into UA as one of the most formed, coherent students in terms of like her familiarity and capabilities with her quirk.
Yeah.
She's kind of already like a pro hero herself in a lot of ways.
I know.
She's way more useful than fucking Sirius or whatever.
Okay,
Sirius is only useful with Selkie because of her ability to hear the high-pitched shit that Selkie puts out.
They definitely make a good team.
But Selkie could operate without Homegirl. She can't operate without Selkie.
I mean, I disagree.
Froppy's coming for that job, man.
She could find other ways to use her powers, I think. Like, she could intercept shit for the government. I don't know.
Ooh, the government.
Government job.
The government knows what's up.
Yeah, they could listen in.
Everything. Because of the Patriot Act and the NSA.
Do you want to keep going?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so anyway, Froppy and Selkie. What I like about them both, too, is that Froppy, her thing is like, has the powers of a frog. And Selkie's is just, has the powers of a spotted seal. I don't know, I like that.
Just a seal.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're on the search. They're like going around or whatever. Of course, Selkie and Froppy, they're the ones who find the boat. And he uses his sonic echolocation chirpy thing.
He's like,
yeah,
shit.
gets a .57. Yeah, that's like the travel music.
Yeah. So I think it's called Hero A, I believe is the name of that song.
I like
could
that
be
song.
wrong. It's one of my favorite songs. It's one of the only songs on the OST that has like actual lyrics in it. It's just like some dude who I imagine looks like the fucking DJ of like a Linkin Park-esque band. And he's like, hero was in my heart, hero is in your heart. Home to beat, bop, bop, what people say. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Why does this song hit so hard?
Hell yeah.
And it's got like the cool, like rock-ish kind of parts, but like the big strings building in the background. And it honestly takes a scene of just like Selkie standing in the bow of his ship or whatever as they drive to a place and makes it way more interesting. They also give us like the Nejire and Ryukyu and Selkie and everyone else's like little quirk clips. Like,
I did write all their
Selkie.
quirks down. Do you want me to go through them?
Go, do it.
So Nejire's is called Surge. It's her life waves. She uses her life force.
Like
and
a life,
waves.
like key.
Yeah. Ryukyu is a dragon. This bitch is literally just a dragon.
Dragoon hero.
A dragon. So she's pretty cool. Real quick, I think that T-Rex, you know, a T-Rex, I think they were really just dragons.
They didn't have wings, man.
But I'm going to tell you, if you look at the skeletal structure of an ostrich, they've got those little arm things in their skeleton.
Ostriches have arms?
But it's not their arms, it's their wings. That's just what the skeleton of their wings look like. So we've never seen flesh or anything, and feathers degrade. So how do we know that a T-Rex didn't have wings?
T-Rex is in my heart. T-Rex is in your heart.
I'm just saying, look it up, because I think that a T-Rex was a dragon.
I'll be very honest with you. I'm never going to look that up.
I know. I'll send you something maybe if I remember.
You won't.
I won't. I'll think about doing it.
Word.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so she's a dragon. Selkie is a spotted seal. I don't know if it makes a difference what kind of seal he is, but they're specific and they say he's a spotted seal.
He's got spots, man. Point it out.
That's what he is. Okay. And then Sirius, her quirk is called Good Ear. So she can pick up frequencies that other people can't hear. And I'm just saying, I think that could be useful in other situations. She's not a one-trick pony. Okay?
She could be a real good musician, I bet.
Yeah, she could. She
I
doesn't
use
have
my
to do
ears
hero
for
work.
stuff.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god, earlier I was playing a song and Kyle just started playing the guitar to it, like, while he was listening. It was crazy.
Hero was in my heart. Hero was in your heart.
Oh my god, please stop.
Give us a 1-star review over that shit.
So they find the ship, right? And Selkie uses his, like, weird echolocation powers to be like, come find us. We're over here at .57. I don't really know how that grid system works. Oh, stop it. And, instead of waiting for backup, they're like, we're going to just take this ship on our own like a boss. And he just like flops onto the deck like crazy King Seal Man. I don't know. It was nuts.
I feel like maybe his echolocation power let him figure out that there was very limited crew. And he was like, I can punch out 3 dudes. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and he does. He hops up on there. He just Selkie punches these people right in the face. Gets the first one. Kapow! Gets the second one. Kapow!
Right out a window.
Right through the glass.
Hell yeah.
Into the ocean.
That's a fucking seal.
Gonna get eaten by sharks.
That's a seal.
That's what a seal does. Well, anyway, they totally kick butt and get the 2 people that were on the boat. But I think he's like the main guy, like the head villain.
He's the only guy who looks like Spike Spiegel, so he's obviously in charge.
Yeah, he's got like a badass scar on his face.
For sure.
He like hops onto an airplane. Where did this airplane come from? Because I mentioned that and Kyle seemed very nonchalant, like it was just totally obvious that there would be an airplane there.
Bro, if you're a boat...
It was a huge boat.
A boat?
And a huge airplane.
Yeah. Sometimes when you got a huge boat, you gotta have a huge airplane pulling behind it.
But that was the cargo, wasn't it?
You think all of those motherfucking cargo was just drugs? No. You could have put most of those drugs inside the plane underneath that big-ass tarp.
But it wasn't an airplane-shaped tarp. It was very round.
Maybe that's just to throw off idiots like Selkie and you.
Well, I was thrown off because I literally wrote down, whoa, an effing airplane. That was my note there. Because I was really shocked. So where did that come from? Everyone else was shocked too because they were just like, "Oh my god, they got a plane!"
Whoa, an effing airplane?
Yeah, that's my note. And then I underlined it and wrote it really, really dark.
She did.
I really did. That's
True.
what my notes look like.
True.
True. Well, Froppy doesn't like to let anything go, so she tries to shoot her tongue out and catch the airplane. What was she gonna do? Try to catch it and
I think she's gonna try to pull it down for herself.
That would have been crazy.
Wouldn't have worked out very well for her because her tongue's just not that strong. What's she gonna do with all that tongue? Pull down a plane?
What you gonna do with all that junk inside that trunk? I literally thought you were gonna say that.
Yeah, no, I think that's how it started. But then I realized that I was talking about like a song that's like typically equated with an ass, and then
Froppy has got a badonk.
She's got kicks, and then Froppy's got like this big tongue thing going on. So I didn't think it was very appropriate to equate a song about what you're gonna do with a lot of ass with all that tongue, because tongue and ass, yeah.
What you gonna do with all that ass inside them jeans? That's a good song.
I like the way you sing it.
I'm gonna make you scream. Anyway, so she tries to like lasso this freaking airplane and whip it back into the ocean, but it doesn't work. I'm honestly glad. I feel like if she really caught that plane, it would have just like ripped her into the sky or ripped her tongue off or something.
I was worried one of her
tongue. Problem.
I was worried her tongue was gonna hit one of the propellers.
Oh my god, gross. Yeah, that would have been horrible. So they're like, well, that's not gonna work. But you know what? Uravity is like, don't worry, we got you. Her, and is it Sirius that's with her? She's perched up on a freaking harpoon, okay? About to get harpooned into the sky. Oh my god, ingenious. And then this is where we see some of her new modifications to her costume come to play, because
all those costume mods that we made fun of and thought weren't relevant earlier are coming into play right now.
Apparently they had some use. I mean, I still think she could have really used an air thing over her face during that to have like wind resistance.
Not get bugs in your eye and shit.
Yeah, or choke on them or something. Like, oh my gosh, what if it's raining? Anyway, she's got like a grappling hook.
I was gonna let you fish around for it, but you got there much more quickly than I would have thought.
Yeah, I've got good vocabulary skills.
Words, dictionary.
Nice. I like to speak the words. Apparently not.
You also like to speak them with a weird southern accent every once in a while.
I know, I do that. It's pretty annoying. I do that. Yeah, so she's got like her new grappling hook, which is really cool. And we kind of got to see that she clearly was affected by what happened with Midoriya. She felt pretty useless, so she asked to have some modifications to her costume so she would be able to be more useful in an emergency situation. And honestly, Uraraka, I think she was very useful then, and I think she was very useful right now, because she catches that plane and she hops up on there and she has like a throwdown with this villain.
In terms of the wrist modification, did you notice the parallel that it draws with Deku's Air Force move when she flicks the finger out and then it shoots out the thing? It looks just like Deku's lining up an Air Force shot.
All I thought of was how they kind of look like gauntlets, like Bakugo's.
I think they look more like Deku's gauntlets than they do whatever new glove things that he's got right now. Because I realize that she still has the bulky thing or whatever, but the things on top of them are like this little upside down U almost, and like that's what it focuses in on during the shot, and she puts her finger back, and I'm like, is this bitch getting an Air Force action like Deku? And then nope.
It was pretty cool.
Grappling hook.
A grappling hook.
And she grapples onto the plane, busts in, runs in.
Oh my god.
Floats dude up with her fingertips and gunhead martial arts his ass onto like a ledge of a plane and knocks him out.
It was amazing. You know what I think she did? And I actually was wondering if she would do this kind of stuff, is I think she floats him at first, but then when she swings him down, she releases the gravity so he's heavy again when he hits. For extra force.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a smart one.
She knows what she's doing.
I mean, I thought that, but then we were like, bitch, you don't know how to fly a plane. Like, what are you doing?
Definitely a risk.
I mean, she was like panicked.
In my brain, I'm like, oh no, Uraraka's gonna land this plane now. And then like things just start going so poorly for her right out of the gate when she jumps in that seat. And then Selkie gives her, pull up on it.
On the yoke.
And she can't pull up on the yoke, and then Ryukyu gives her the idea.
Yes.
Well, Froppy actually is like, get the fuck out of the plane.
Yeah, hop out of there,
You're gonna
honey.
die. You're my best friend
Oh,
in the world. She doesn't say that part, but I basically...
it was implied.
It was totally implied.
Yes.
But Uraraka won't do it because she can't let this plane crash into the ocean and let all these drugs ruin the ecosystem. And I'm like, God damn it, Uraraka, that's what it means to be a hero.
Yeah, but I literally out loud said to you, like, that is just a drop. Like, that's not even going to make a difference.
No.
We've got so many problems.
It will. Haven't y'all watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Literally, just a few weeks ago, the ocean was on fire.
Probably still is.
No, they put it out.
Stupid.
I know. What was the... It's just going to catch on fire again.
Why don't they just wait for the water to put it out?
Just let it keep boiling. Like, what's the...
Just kill all the fish. They're stupid and tasty anyway.
Anyway, Uraraka, she's such a pure spirit. She hasn't given up on the world yet, unlike me. So she was like, I gotta save the environment. I can't let these chemicals go into the ocean.
Nice segue, Southern Kelly. And that's when Ryukyu comes in with the suggestion of her making the plane weightless.
Yes, use your gravity powers on this airplane. But I mean, I had originally thought that too. I was like, why doesn't she just make the airplane float? But it's a big ass airplane.
That thing's huge, yeah.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
So it's kind of a team effort.
Yes.
Nejire, who is flying with Ryukyu, uses 90% output on her bolt or charge.
I don't remember what she called it, but I know the
cares?
power is called
Surge.
surge.
That's the word.
Yes. Okay.
She puts out like 90% and like it envelops the plane, I think, to like slow its momentum, because not only is the plane super heavy, but like at the moment, or like at the speed it's traveling at, like that's going to make it even more difficult for her to stop. So I think the idea was to use that quirk to slow it down. Uraraka can hopefully then stabilize it, make it weightless. It starts to float again. And then big ass Dragoon hero Ryukyu swoops in and picks it up. She's like
enormous.
She's not as big as Godzilla, which is what I first said to you. I'm like, that bitch is like Godzilla, but she's not.
Yeah, she was really big.
Godzilla will pick that plane up and then like eat it.
I kind of wonder if we just never really see her directly next to other people, because I was surprised when she grabbed the airplane. She's like the size of the airplane.
I think the only other good example we have is when she busts through the roof of the Shisekai compound at the end of that arc to like break everybody out at the end.
Yeah, because she makes a big hole, so she was obviously pretty big.
And she falls down a huge amount of ways because it's Todoroki who's like making the ice thing to like get them up out of there at that point, right? So...
No, you're combining two things.
Oh, am I thinking of the OVA thing?
The OVA, because he wasn't at the overhaul thing because he didn't have his license.
Yo.
He was in extra lessons.
This is what I get for having only watched the series through a handful of times instead of 25 years worth, like with Dragon Ball.
Well, it's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Hey, brother, listen!
Oh, nice.
I'm with it. Song sucks.
Anyway, that is like the last interesting thing that happens in this episode, to be honest. They just like save the day. Awesome.
They save the day, and then Selkie has them have another
go
weird
back
perverted
to
beach
the
day.
beach. Yeah, so uncomfortable. And then the other thing too that I really didn't like about this is that their barbecue is like all seafood, and I'm so sorry, but shellfish is disgusting.
Right? Who eats turtles?
Who eats? Okay, they were not eating turtles.
Somebody. Send us a screenshot. Somebody saw the turtles. If you saw the turtles, where are the turtles?
They were
Send me
eating
a
like
screenshot.
clams and stuff, which are so gross. Clams are so gross.
Clams are dope.
So gross.
I can't believe that we're having this fight.
I know. And I live in the ocean state, and people like eat a lot of
I
seafood
literally
around here.
just had this fucking fight with Brandon a few weeks ago.
Gross.
He doesn't like seafood either. And he's like, well, I wasn't born here. I was born in California.
Doesn't matter.
I
California.
was born in Los Angeles, man. And I'm like, you moved here when you were 4, you fuck. You're a Rhode Islander. I got some news for you.
And you've always been on a coast, so... I mean, I like fish, but I don't like anything else. Like, I don't like clams, I don't like shrimp, I don't like lobster.
Those are all the things that I do like from the ocean.
Well...
Anyway, do you like this ending song?
Nope, I don't. I skip it. And then, so here's a little complaint. I mean, it can't be a real episode with me if I don't complain a little bit.
I feel like we've been complaining the whole time.
No, you crazy. I thought I was, what? This was a very positive episode for me.
My whole life I'm complaining, so.
Yes, but I don't feel like I was that complainy.
Hey, brother, listen.
Oh my God. All right, I'm going to start complaining if you keep doing that, Kyle. This is not a good song.
Hey, brother, listen.
Okay. Well, after the end song, they give us like a little 5 seconds extra of the episode, right?
Go off, girl.
And this whole episode was obviously filler. Like, I mean, whatever. It's fine. I do get it that shows need to have filler episodes sometimes. It's fine. But this little clip at the end is so infuriating to me.
It starts with Selkie and Ryukyu mentioning it while the girls are doing their second 15-year-old food thing.
Spying on the kids in their bathing suits. They're like, oh, we don't know who was buying these drugs, but we do know that they were heading to Europe. What did they say? Otheon? Whatever.
Otheon, I believe.
They were going to Europe, right? And I'm like, why are they even telling us this? Who cares? This is a filler episode and it's over. Well, you know what? At the end of the episode, they give us another couple seconds of some mystery villain. He's in this Otheon city. And this makes me so mad because they are very clearly setting us up to have another filler episode in the future that just continues on this storyline, because none of this, like, I don't think this is a spoiler, but none of this like Europe stuff is ever in the manga. This is just literally filler bullshit and it's really annoying. So I was like, why? Why did you do this? We didn't need it. We don't need to continue this storyline. It's not necessary. Just give us the storyline we already have in the manga because it's really good. We don't need you to come up with some secondary storyline that's just going to exist for when you want to put filler episodes in. So that was my little, I thought that was so frustrating.
So speaking from personal experience, I too hate Europeans.
Yes.
But when we talked about this before we hit record, you likened it to shit that they do in One Piece.
Yes, because One Piece, to anyone who's ever watched it, obviously One Piece has, a notoriously large amount of filler, and they quickly realized that they couldn't just have one-off filler episodes because it was, I mean, you can't really come up with a lot of great things to put in that. So they would do like little sidelines, and there'd be like 4 or 5 episodes of a little sideline, and it would end very ambiguously with like, it wouldn't really end. It would be like a hint about something else. And then the next time they needed to do some filler, they would pick up that storyline again, which was, I mean, considering how much filler One Piece has, it was the better thing to do. But My Hero Academia doesn't need this. There is so much of the manga already out that we have to work with. This kind of stuff isn't necessary, in my opinion. So
hey, brother,
I thought that was annoying. Hey, brother, listen. Oh, God, why did you do this to me?
Got her.
Hilarious, though, was the recap for the next episode. Oh, my God. Even just the title. Oh, my God. It's my favorite hot garbage dumpster fire family. Oh, my God. They like just deserve it.
Last week, like, the Todorokis would be the Kardashians of the world.
I want all of the tea. I want to know everything about them. Like, I just feel like, as much as I'm obsessed with Kris Jenner, because I really am obsessed with Kris Jenner, like, I just feel like she would manage that family so well and they would just, like, have the best show. This next episode is called The Hellish Todoroki Family. Oh, my God. What? Why is Studio Bones even saying, like, this family is a hot mess? Like, yes, I'm here for it.
Get it? A hot mess?
A hot mess. They've got no chill.
Woo, except half a Todoroki.
Yeah, but even...
Yeah, why are you obsessed with Kris Jenner?
Because she's amazing.
All right, we'll leave it there. We'll take that shit offline.
I'm just going to say the Kardashians would not be at all what they are
unless their
Kris Jenner.
Dad represented O.J. Simpson in the mid-1990s. Yeah,
that's not even what I mean, though. Just the fact that they are now like multi-billionaires, like all of that is from their manager, who is Kris Jenner.
Imagine if she had
genius.
Imagine if she had a couple of ugly kids instead.
She did have some ugly kids. They all had plastic surgery.
Oh, all of them?
I mean, I cannot think of a single. Maybe Kendall hasn't had any plastic surgery, but I'm positive that maybe not Courtney, but I'm positive that Kim had plastic surgery. I am positive that Chloe has had plastic surgery. And I am positive that the youngest, dumbest one, Kylie, has had plastic surgery. Positive.
Hey, brother, listen.
Yes.
It's called brand management, bitch. Mm-hmm. Speaking of brand management, no new reviews this week. Y'all done fucked up, didn't help counteract the 1-star reviewer from last week, the 1-star bandit.
Just letting that linger, I guess.
As I've started to refer to him as somebody asked me if I figured out who it was the other day, and I'm like, How would I figure out who fucking did that to you?
Like, we're over here being super sleuths with, like, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
hats.
I'm like cracking the back door of Apple's Podcast Connect so that way I could figure out who left that 1-star review, that unwritten 1-star review from like a reverse IP address search, so I could fly to some fucking jerk-off's house in Colorado and kick him in the teeth.
And could you imagine Apple would have like a huge security lockdown? They'd be like, oh my God, our code's been cracked. And they track us down and they're like, what did you do in our system?
And then
all we did was say, we're trying to get the 1-star bandit. Like, what?
And then I tell them what I did once I got the information for the 1-star bandit about how I kicked his teeth in or whatever. And they're like, that's probably the single greatest, coolest use of our technology that we've ever heard about.
And then we get jobs at Apple and we become millionaires and we get to meet Jeffrey Bezos and go into space.
Because we're CEOs and entrepreneurs.
CEO entrepreneur.
No birthdays this week either.
I know. So lame.
Know what I didn't realize last week?
What?
Deku's birthday is the same as Mirio's birthday.
I know. I noticed that day of, and then I just was like,
and you didn't call me out.
Well,
you are a good fucking friend, dude.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I just felt like you didn't think he was important enough.
Mirio?
Yeah, I was like, oh, compared to Midoriya.
Where's my Mirio toy? I got like a few different Mirio pieces of merch.
I was with you when you got that Mirio toy, wasn't I?
Which one? The little one or the big one?
The little guy.
Yeah, he's probably in a box somewhere.
Little guy.
I don't have enough shelf space to show off.
Hey there, little fella.
All my cool shit, but
I know you have less shelf space in here. Still on full display, just so everyone knows, is Kyle's vast Dragon Ball VHS collection.
Guys, I have to have them on hand at all times just in case.
And not only does he have quite a few like bought ones, but he has a lot of like the recorded home video versions.
Bro, those aren't home video versions. Those are bootleg VHSs from Japan. Taped off a Japanese television in the year 1996 and 1997.
Yeah, he's got quite a few.
Look at him.
I've been looking at them.
CEO entrepreneur.
I have seen them. They are there.
I've also got Akira.
Oh, what?
I've also got The Kids in the Hall.
Oh, yeah.
I've also got Grandizer, the entire series. Got some Gunsmith Cats OVAs over there.
I have to say, I don't recognize any of this at all.
Yeah, I watch old anime and everyone's like, you don't watch anime at all. And I'm just like, no, I just watch an anime for so fucking long that I don't need to take in a bunch of new anime these days that's coming out because I'm just like, meh. I've watched a lot of anime already. I can watch other shit too.
Yeah.
It's cool. And everyone's like, you only like Dragon Ball. I'm like, no, bitch, you misunderstand me. I only love Dragon Ball. You don't understand how I am.
I mean, it is a lot of VHSs.
All right, it's gonna do it for Super Dope Plus Ultra this week because I have too many songs in my brain.
That's fine. Let's just do the near.
What are we gonna sing about this week?
I don't know. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, that's right. I do that every week.
Yeah, you do.
Gonna raise my hand with the peace sign. Gonna go and look at my tapes.